the NFL on EA Sports. And we've got Breece Hall. He was excellent in last week's game with 142 yards. It's the Steelers and the Jags, and it comes your way next on Madden NFL 24.
Not far from where the Steelers' former homes at Three Rivers Stadium, Forbes Field once stood, we are at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Steeler ball club entering play. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And if you look back to last week, it was all about their defense. Anytime you hold an NFL team to single digits, that's saying something.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Jaguars, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes that actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out, as our first drive will begin at the 25. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. Leading them out, the 5th-year Auburn alum got his first career starts last season. Here's Jarrett Stidham.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the 1 interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets. And bottom line, how do they get a win?
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Stidham. He'll find his tight end. It's Adam Troutman. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Here's Stidham to throw. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. He can't get him down. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Jags grab it. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
I feel like you and I could be in our backyard with our dads right now. What did they always say when they were throwing us the ball? Look it all the way in. Make sure you secure it. That had the feeling of not happening there in that play. But he didn't have full control of the ball.
When that punt's coming in, I'm for the return punts, but I would imagine it's tough to monitor those guys coming full steam ahead of you.
It really is. You try and get that peek to know where they are, about whether you should fair catch it or not. But sometimes you just have to have a sense, a feeling, and just have to make sure, number one, though, you catch the ball and put it away.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 25 yards that time.
That's going to be a good matchup for him. Using him out of the backfield and telling those linebackers, hey, you're not only going to have to try and run with him, but you're going to have to try and tackle him in the open field.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. Now it's Stidham. Eluding the pressure right. Diving for the end zone, and the ball's knocked out. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
So here are the Steelers backed up to start their initial drive. They'll be led out by the pride of Wyoming in his 6th season with one of the league's strongest arms, Josh Allen.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately, one touchdown pass. So he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
Allen's throw into the hands here of Hardman. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now,
Williams loses the football. One of the linebackers has got it. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
well, my friend, this has certainly been a comedy of errors here in the first quarter. Neither side able to really hang on to the ball.
Yeah, now I'm just curious to see which team can adjust because both have made their mistakes, as you said.
Yeah, and whoever can do that can seize firm control of this game, something they haven't done with the ball so far.
Now a 3-time 1,000-yard rusher, Joe Mixon. Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. The numbers for Mixon last week, 11 carries, 52 yards.
It's a pretty mediocre week for him on the ground. Certainly a boon to his offense if he can get a little more output on his touches this week. He should get some more early carries as his team tries to get him into a rhythm.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Jaguar linemen might have moved. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Here's Stidham. That caught by the rookie tight end, Luke Schoonmaker. That'll give him 8 that time, and it'll be 2nd down. Now it's Stidham. Short pass taken in by Schoonmaker. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. This defense for the Steelers, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
And one of the key numbers that I look at after every game, total yards allowed. They held them under 200 yards of total offense. Just couldn't sustain much of anything against them. Great job showing them different looks and then attacking.
And he's going to be a yard short. Needed 4, but got 3.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the 1st down. Now to be 4th and short.
That is caught. And he is going to have a Jags 1st down. Boy, that was a tough couple of yards to pick up, but they convert on 4th and 1. Stidham. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Credit the sack to the Oregon Duck to Forrest Buckner. And it's never going to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
On 2nd down, it's Knight. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. Out of the gun, Stidham. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Luke Schoonmaker Baker with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Jaguars use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Their first passing touchdown of the ball game, and they go to the big tight end in those sure hands, and he provides the score.
Certainly looked like they were focused on taking away other weapons, and he certainly made them regret that because he found the soft spot, ended up taking it to the end zone. Nice throw, too, to complete the play.
And whistle blown, a timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Kevontae Turpin now from his end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Breece Hall helped leading out this offense for another series. And a week ago, as you get a look at the numbers, well over 100 yards, he was on fire.
He was on fire. Obviously, the offensive line was on fire. All the guys who were trying to assist him. But you know who else was? The play caller. Because his ego totally got out of the way. And he kept calling the plays that were working over and over, and they really didn't stop him.
Now the challenge, can they duplicate? Allen. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll be a gain of 16 for number 16.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is a receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
There's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give to Hall up the middle. And taken down just shy of the 40. But taking a look at Hall's numbers from a week ago, well into the triple digits, and they'll take that every time out.
What I loved was just how decisive he was running the football. Coaches like guys that go north and south. They don't like the east-west guys, the juking and the jiving. 1 foot in the ground and cut.
And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. You look at this Jaguar defense. They enter this one down in the 26th position in the NFL against the run.
And being able to set the tone early in this game, because when you get down to it, it's that sign that we saw in their football facility when we visited with them. The one that said no explosives, no big plays, no chunk plays. That's what they've got to take care of. One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. Now it's Lockett. Called out a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Encroachment defense.
And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
So after the penalty, now they need just a yard on second down. Here's Knight on the handoff. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Mixon with a first down carry. And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Jags with the football to begin the second quarter. From the 35, here's a 2nd and 8. As they've got it as we resume action. From the gun, it's Stidham. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
Paul ought to give up the middle. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
47 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Allen going to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down.
It's 3rd and 10.
Now Allen. And that is incomplete. Jacksonville's pass defense holds serve. 4th down.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
32-yard attempt.
The kick by Maher is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal there, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
So here are the Jaguars to take over on offense. They fell in their ball game last week. That was a loss to the Saints, but they're on top here as they begin this drive. They'll start here with a give to Mixon, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
And the Jaguar 1st down.
Stidham. That's to Schoonmaker, the tight end. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here.
It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that post route there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage.
Inside handoff to Mixon. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessful.
And the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
And they won't try and pooch it. It's a fake. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Yeah, boy, and it's tough to bring him down that time. He surges forward. He's going to get a full 6 out of that. Second down. Ball again on second down. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down. On play action, Allen. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Here's a fake on the jet sweep and a run up the middle with Mixon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The offense on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They got to get going.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
At the 36-yard line.
Throwing now is Allen. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Good, clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get him off the field with a 3-and-out.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Returnable for Lockett. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And they will take over 1st and 10. Jacksonville set to go again offensively. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rush, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Now a throw here to his running back, and he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. So the pitch and catch good for 11, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Now Stidham. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Jags first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. 2 minutes to play in this first half, 7-3 our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Throw right side complete to Carter. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. Stidham from the shotgun. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. Taking it about the 16. A good return there, 17 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession in the first half.
Yeah, this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. So the completion good for 6 yards. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down. Here's Allen to throw it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. He gets it underneath to Hall. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Meanwhile, Allen's throw here taken in by Gesicki. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. That's caught left side by Hardman. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be 4th down. The kick by Moore is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Hi again, everybody. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the league here in the unofficial midway point, Week 8 of the NFL season. This one's been all you could hope for as an NFL fan. Just a one-point game here at halftime. This has been as much fun as you could hope for with both these teams in it to win it.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. It's been a tight game to this point. What do they need to do, Charles, to break through in the second half and take the lead?
Well, I think the first thing they need to do is thank their defense for keeping them in this game. And, you know, I think the defense is saying back to...
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Josie Jewell. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
You and I have talked about adjustments so many times during games. Remember, it's really series to series, but coming out after the half, that's a big opportunity, a big time to come out and make one of those plays that can change a game.
Yeah, first play of the third quarter. So offensively, you think of adjustments, but right defensively, maybe you're playing a hunch. You have an adjustment to make.
Yeah, I think sometimes they have that special in there that, hey, they've run this type of play all in the first half. If you see it, go get it.
Gonzalez able to tackle on the PAT, and the lead is up to 8. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Now this throw caught left side. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Here's Allen. His throw incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Now Allen again. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 44-yard line. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
That's the third time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one. And let's face it, he is so amped up, wanting to get a good get off on the snap, jump too quickly.
To the air, Allen. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And he will have the Steelers first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting third down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and 1, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Now Allen. That is caught. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars 21. 11 more yards there. This methodical drive continues.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Back to the ground with Hall. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Breece Hall, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers have come back to make it a 2-point game. They're going to try and run. And he will get into the end zone again. And he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Open man is the tight end Troutman. And he will have a Jaguars 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Stidham to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that will bring up 2nd down. From the gun to give to Mixon. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags 1st down.
1st downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Jaguar linemen might have moved. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. From the gun, it's Stidham. Short pass taken in by Schoonmaker. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Stidham. To Mixon on the check down. Call it a gain of a yard. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Now the terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long. He did well to get him 8 yards, but it's still going to mean a call to the punt team on 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Brees Hall helped leading out this offense for another series. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage. Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the 3rd quarter. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Allen now looks to throw. That's complete into the hands of Myers. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Straight ahead is Hall. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Offside, defense.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
To throw, it's Allen. On the slant, he's got Hardman. Calling a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh. So they'll try to move the ball closer here on 3rd down. A field goal from this spot would be just inside of 60 yards, 59 to be exact. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Running left, it's Hall. Shifts free at the 15. He will push his way down to about the 14. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at the Jaguars' 14-yard line.
Now Allen. He dumps this one off here to Hall. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Open man is Jacoby Myers. He's got it. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Jacoby Myers, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead.
Partner, remember that old film with Peyton Manning going through the route tree with his great receivers in Indianapolis? I think we're seeing the results of the same type of work here today. These guys know each other so well, they don't even have to call the play. They can just look each other and know the route that's going to be run, and usually the connection is perfect.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. Following the touchdown, here's Moore to kick it away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Jaguars getting set to go. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. This goes out wide for Mixon. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Stidham hit, and he lost it. Oh, one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Maybe some indecision there on what looked to be an RPO. He wound up keeping it, but that defense right on him to strip it away.
And typically when we see that type of indecision on an RPO, that means it's well defended. He had nowhere to go with it, and that allowed the defense to get to him and knock it free and make it a turnover.
From the gun, it's a run for Williams. Able to power through to the 36-yard line. Stop there. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
Allen's throw is complete, and he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 2nd down and 6 now.
2nd and 6 at the 16-yard line.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line. 3rd and 2.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
Allen going to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got man complete. And the Steelers are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Now whistles here before the snap, and it looks like one of the Steelers may have moved. That false start knocks them back behind the 10 now as they'll try again, 1st and goal. A handoff for Hall. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Ernest Jones there for the tackle. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. One more time with Hall. Pushes past him. And shedding through the tackle. They get 5 on the run, but it leaves them with a tough 3rd and goal forthcoming.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness. Think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively there. Guys, man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Robert Tonyan, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers could be on their way to a 5-2 start as they add on to their lead. No no surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it was Robert Tonyan capping it all off on the touchdown grab. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And able to get this out to the 25. And now out come the Jags. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And quickly, they get to the line.
He's a gain of 6. First down, Jacksonville.
They go play action with Stidham. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. The intended target there was Gabriel Davis. That'll bring up 2nd down. Stidham will throw again. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. Inside the 10. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have them set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And now they are in prime position, 1st and goal after the interception and return. They'll look to make it pay off for 6 points. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, this defense knows, they're well aware that they're down 2 scores, and they figure this is pretty much their last chance. They know if they give up a touchdown here, that ends it. Nice job on 1st and goal to push them the other way, but they have to be thinking takeaway right here.
After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Allen now on 3rd and goal. They'll roll him, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. They begin with a run by Mixon. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up.
He's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Out of the gun, Stidham. He's got a man, complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Stidham sets to throw on 1st. Returning right back to Lockett. And he'll be taken down with a 1st down as they get about 14 out of that one. And we go to the 2-minute warning. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st and 10, it's Stidham. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
On 2nd down, here's Stidham. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
5 yards on the play. And it's third.
Stidham going back to the air. That is caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now Stidham. Throw out wide is incomplete. I think this is what this game's become now. You just go deep, see if we can get something to go our way.
Yeah, not the most creative or most inventive play call there, but not much has worked for them throughout the...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Stephen Carter from a yard out. And the Jaguars have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Gonzalez good on the extra point. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. And this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. The Steelers ready to take over on offense. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. Allen down to a knee, and that should just about do it.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for the Steelers, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, the struggles intensify as they drop to 2-6 now on the year. And they'll take this loss into the bye as they'll be back in action in Week 10. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.